Welcome back. A couple months ago, I did a video on supplements, and I intentionally didn't cover one of the most popular ones, which is caffeine. So we're going to talk about that today. I've been brewing some thoughts on this topic and would like to espresso my opinion on the matter. I meant to do this a lot earlier, but hopefully it's better latte than never.
Bruh. Stop it. Get some help.
So people use caffeine for a variety of reasons. Some of them to give them more energy, maybe to have a more intense workout. Others to help improve their mood, to get up and go in the morning, to help them get started in the day. Some for more alertness, for different activities they might be doing. So there's a lot of reasons why people choose to consume caffeine. So caffeine can be found in a variety of places. One popular one is with pre-workout. A lot of pre-workouts have quite a bit of caffeine in them, help you get the energy to work out. Obviously, there's caffeine in coffee, energy drinks. There's sodas that have caffeine in them, and then some people just opt for the pill form, like a no-dose or something like that. I have not personally used much caffeine during my life. The reason for that is my personal experience has just shown that all my friends that are big into it, they don't seem to be able to function very well without it. So some of them, they got to have their Starbucks or their Monster or their Rockstar, or they got to have their Diet Coke in the morning. And I've noticed sometimes when they don't have those things, they get headaches, they're irritable, they have less energy. And so I've noticed when people try and cut back and from caffeine, it can be a difficult thing. So you can build up some dependence on it. I don't want to say the word addiction, that's a strong word, and this is a touchy subject, but I have noticed a lot of people really have a hard time letting it go or not consuming it once they get to be a regular consumer of caffeine products. Now, most Americans overconsume a lot of things, calories, sugar, unhealthy foods, and caffeine can also be one of those things that people overconsume.
I'm in that 7-Eleven constantly drinking Mountain Dew, okay? Getting refills. I'm in there so often that everyone who works in that 7-Eleven, they have a nickname for me. When they see me, they call me Mountain Dew Guy. Yeah. Do you guys know how much Mountain Dew I have to drink not to have the nickname Throat Tattoo Guy? It is a lot.
So if some people consume more than 400 milligrams a day of caffeine, it can have some negative side effects. Some people can get anxious from too much caffeine. Others can have insomnia, problems sleeping. It can have some GI problems sometimes with upset stomach, things like that. And then, like I mentioned before, there's a chance for getting more dependent on it over time. That's why some people choose to kind of cycle their usage of it and not just go full bore all the time on caffeine. So back when I was in high school, I was at a friend's house one night, the day before school was set to start, and we were watching a movie, some 80s movie, I can't remember what it was, but there were guys in there that were shotgunning beers, and we'd never seen that before. So we thought we'd try it with some soda pop. So we'd take a can, you'd crack open the top and slam a pen into it and puncture it, and the liquid comes out a lot faster so you can drink it really quick. So we were doing that, had 2 or 3 pops, and then I went home and went to bed, and I'm thinking, man, tomorrow's school, first day of school for my senior year, I'm pretty excited. And I was so excited and so nervous for school, I couldn't figure out what on earth. And I didn't get to bed till after 3:30, maybe 4 in the morning. I could finally fall asleep, and I'd never been that excited for school. And it didn't hit me till the next morning. It was the 3 Mountain Dews you just shotgunned right before you went to bed. So wasn't too smart on that one, but that's one of my dumber experiences with caffeine. So these days I don't consume much caffeine, I guess outside of some chocolate intake, but unless I'm on a road trip or I'm traveling late at night, long distances, just for a security measure, I will drink a caffeinated soda just so I can stay awake and be more alert, because I tend to be a drowsy driver easily if I'm driving a long time. So just for safety, I'll drink it, but that's probably only 3 or 4 times a year when I'm driving a lot. Now, if you're a frequent consumer of caffeine, I'm not trying to talk down to you or judge you for that. I know there are some people that would, but all I'm saying is just use common sense when you're using caffeine. I've seen some of these stupid challenges where you get these teenagers where they're taking a couple dry scoops of pre-workout and then chugging a couple Red Bulls down after just to see what happens. And just there's stupid stuff like that where you don't want to abuse it. So again, remember moderation, like all things in life. Now, if you can't function or make it through the day without caffeine, you may want to consider some lifestyle changes. I've heard lots of testimonials of people who were avid caffeine consumers who decreased their usage or completely cut it out, and they reported lots of benefits and improvements to their health and well-being. So that may not be for you, but something to consider. I know this is a touchy subject. A lot of people love their caffeine, but I'd be interested to hear some of your thoughts on the subject. What do you think about caffeine? Feel free to write down in the comments. Join me next week for another video. I'm going to be doing a recap of the 2023 CrossFit Games, which is coming up next week. Super excited for that. I know a lot of people aren't fans of CrossFit. I can see why sometimes some aspects of it, but I love the sport. I think it's so entertaining to watch, and I love watching the game. So I'm going to give you a recap of that next week.